Blog Talk Radio.
Something's gone wrong. For all our vigilance and battle scars over the Bill of Rights, have we let the flame of freedom's torch grow cold? Because there can be no torch to pass where there's no flame. Freedom has only one enemy it cannot defeat, and that is negligence. So your presence here, now, today, is an act of reverence. Of all man's works beneath the heavens, none shines brighter than our Constitution. I think Jefferson and Paine, Adams, Madison, Mason, Franklin, I think they're looking down right now at us. I think they understand what we're trying to do, what we strive to do. Every time our country stands in the path of danger, an instinct seems to summon her finest first, those who truly understand her. When freedom shivers in the cold shadow of true peril, it's always the patriots who first hear the call. When loss of liberty is looming, as it is now, the siren sounds first in the hearts of freedom's vanguard.
Good evening, everybody. This is Joe Joseph. This is Bridging the Gap. What a show tonight. And let me tell you, if anybody's been paying attention to what's been going on in the Gulf of Mexico, or even what's going on with the situation as a country and as a world, I mean, these are perilous times. And it's getting down to crunch time now. We have just reached the end of the rope, I guess you could say. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you guys first my co-host for tonight. John King is away. So, my co-host tonight is Crystal Embers. Crystal, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to have that nice, deep voice John's got. We're just going to have to suffer without it tonight. That debonair, suave voice of his, you know.
Oh, yes. And
I just can't keep up.
Well, tonight, folks, our guest is A.C. Griffith. A.C. Griffith, of course. Oh, man, am I ever. He was an associate with the NSA. He carried a top-secret clearance, a cryptographic clearance, and in more recent times, he was associated with CIA operations. He was married to a lady lawyer judge, and his father-in-law was the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Virginia. And so without further ado, I would like to welcome Griff to the show. Griff, how you doing tonight?
Thank you for that fine introduction, Joe, and good evening to you, Crystal. I like your voice.
Good evening, Griff.
Crystal,
you like my voice?
Can you get your voice a little bit lower like this?
Well, let me tell you, I for one, am absolutely, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm surprised. I'm terrified.
I'm beside myself.
Yeah, and really, I mean, it comes down to the closest thing I can think of to as a sound effect to describe it is because I don't know where to go from here. You know what I mean? It's really interesting. So we're glad to have you here tonight, Griff, to kind of put some things into focus and give people some information about where we are now and where we go from here.
Well, thank you sincerely, Joe. You're very kind to heap all of the accolades on me. Just turn me loose, and I'll talk for hours. We have 2 hours tonight. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, we can cover a lot of territory in 2 hours. You see, all of the topics, all of the things that are going on come together. They come together like the tracks at Grand Central Station. You know, they all come together, and they're all pieces of what's about to grab us. We are in perilous times.
Train, there's a locomotive coming straight at us down that track, though.
There are about 10 of them.
About 10 of them, okay? I didn't know if I was just seeing them single file or what. But
yeah.
I mean, I sat down and read a bunch of this material this weekend, And I get it, I grasp it, but yet on the other hand, it can be so immense that I'm having a hard time putting it in any kind of a fact form.
It's hard to gain a perspective on it because it's just so outrageous when you think about it, and so that's the crazy stuff. But Griff, I mean, I'd like to start off with what's going on down in the Gulf.
Okay. And we'll start there, and we have plenty of time tonight to feed all of the other pieces of the puzzle together, and by the end of 2 hours you'll be terrified. Well, maybe not.
Thrilled, maybe terrifyingly thrilled.
Well, it's reality, you know. First, you know that people's life experience determine their reality, and whatever your reality is, and everybody's reality is a little bit different, and they're all based on life experience and the way they interpret and the data in their brain. You know, you bounce it off the life experience, you know, and come up with some kind of reality conclusion. A lot of people haven't had the experience to make heads or tails out of much that is going on, and they wouldn't believe it. They simply don't believe people are capable of what they really are capable of. I knew a fellow in prison one time that used to like to stab people. He just thoroughly enjoyed cutting people with a knife to watch them bleed. He said he really enjoyed it. And you can't imagine that, can you? I mean, you really can't imagine anybody doing or saying that. But I assure you, there are people in the world like that. They have no feelings at all, and they're the kind of people that are eventually going to get a lot of people killed out here, I'm afraid. And I think we're very close to that. Let's start with the Gulf of Mexico drama that's playing out right now. I don't believe they're capable of stopping that oil. I think it's going to go for another year, at least 12 more months. And by that time, every ocean in the world probably will be oiled down and polluted. When you start dumping that much petroleum and methane and other chemicals into the water, you kill the oxygen. When you kill the oxygen, you kill the critters. Between the oil and the lack of oxygen, you have no sea life left, and it gets into the marshes in Louisiana and some of the marshlands down there, and it kills everything. And there's no way to stop it.
And you have to deal with the you have to deal with the Corexit issues and all of the problems that's going to cause to the marine life as well as human life.
Well, it's gone. It's not coming back. As I talk about these things into the future, and you see it building and building and building, I think we're going to go down as a country, and I think it's going to take at least 3 lifetimes to rebuild. That is, if the people have it in them to do it. And I'm not impressed. I'm a lot older than you think I am. I was born before the Second World War, so I've had a lot of experiences and met a lot of people, and I look at reality entirely different than young people. I don't think the young people have it in them. They don't have the knowledge or the stamina or the desire or the work ethic or any of that to rebuild a society and a country.
You know, Griff, I agree, and what was evident of that, this last address that the President came out with regarding the oil spill from the Oval Office, some of the commentary afterwards was that a lot of these mainstream news stations said, well, we think that the President, the speech was too complicated for people to understand, that it was written for a 10th grader, and that was too complicated. And so, I mean, we're kind of, the programming and the manipulation of people over time has taken such a toll that there is and that's just one facet of it. I mean, there's many facets, but it's taken such a toll that we've actually devolved, I guess you can say, and not evolved into a stronger country. Now, I mean, we're brittle. We are brittle, and they have totally taken us for everything that we've had. And
yes, people have worked